الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد فإن خير الهدي كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. Today, inshallah, we will be discussing two beautiful verses in the Quran that were revealed in the Meccan phase. And these verses are the last two verses of Surat Alhajj. And these two verses summarize for us so many beautiful aspects about our faith, and as well as the style of the verses and the context and the benefits that can be derived. Can take up many long lectures, but of course time is always limited. So we will summarize some of the benefits from this comprehensive revelation of Allah. Allah says in the Quran, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O you who believe, irka'u wasjudu wa'budu rabbakum waf'alul khayr allakum tuflihun. Bow down to Allah in ruku, fall down in sajda, worship Allah and do good. If you do this, you will be successful. In this first verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala lays out the boundaries of success. If you want to be successful, forgiven, be granted Jannah, 4 things are mentioned. And they're summarized in 2 because the first 3 are all revolving around rituals. Do ruku', do sujood, and worship Allah. Ruku' and sujood is of course in salah. And this is indicating that number 1, Salah is the most important aspect of worship. And number two, within the salah, our physical posture of bowing down, lowering our head to Allah, and then falling down into prostration. These are the highest of deeds within the salah. And all deeds and all good deeds, do ibadah of Allah. This is the first pillar. And of course, within that pillar, salat is the most important. And within salat, ruku' and sujood, and having khushu, doing ruku' and sujood. The second pillar, waf'alul khayr, do good to mankind. And be good to people, be good to your family, be charitable, take care of orphans, do khair to society. As our Prophet ﷺ was asked in an authentic hadith, who is the best of mankind? He said, Khairun nas, anfa'hum linnas, the best of people are those who are the most beneficial to other people. This verse tells us the bare minimum. You want to enter Jannah? Worship Allah and be good to mankind. But you see, Jannah has thousands of levels or more, and we want the higher levels. So what do we do? In the second verse, وَجَاهِدُوا فِي اللَّهِ حَقَّ جِهَادِ, strive in the way of Allah. The way that Allah deserves, you should strive in His way. These are the doors that are flung open. And by the way, the verse was revealed and there was no military jihad. These verses came before the Battle of Badr. Yes, indeed, certain aspects of jihad are military, no doubt about it. But the word jihad does not indicate qital. Jihad can be done with the pen. Jihad can be done with the tongue. Jihad can be done with money. Jihad can be done with knowledge. Jihad is in multiple areas, and Allah is saying, strive in my way to the best of your ability. In fact, the way that Allah deserves, you strive in His way. وَجَاهِدُ فِي اللَّهِ حَقَّ جِهَادِ. Whatever good deed you do your best. Whatever it is, charity, whether it's helping other people, whether it's via knowledge, whether it's in endeavor, do it haqqa jihadi. This is raising the bar very high. In fact, it is so high that we might lose hope. How can I do jihad, the haqq of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? How can I reach that level? That is why Allah then gives us hope. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us hope after telling us to do as high as possible we can. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala then says, وَاجْتَبَاكُمْ, O people, you are not random. It didn't just happen that you are Muslim. Allah chose you to be Muslim. Allah selected you out of mankind. It is not random you're sitting here for Jummah just because of a completely random act out of the cosmos. No, Allah chose you out of mankind. We are Muslim. And out of all the Muslims, alhamdulillah, we are worshipping, we are sacrificing our time on Friday. We are coming here to pray Jummah. And all of this is a blessing from Allah. Why is Allah mentioning this? Because the one who tells you to reach for the stars, He tells you, don't worry. I chose you. I chose you. You're on the team of Islam. You are the Hizb of Allah. You're on the team of Islam, and Allah chose you to be on that team. Allah selected us out of all of mankind. The fact that He selected us shows us that He knows we can do it. That's why He's telling us, He is the one who chose you. And then He encourages us even more. وَمَا جَعَلَ عَلَيْكُمْ فِي الدِّينِ مِنْ حَرَجٍ. He didn't make the religion difficult. The religion is not difficult. These are words of enticement, words of encouragement, words of optimism. Don't give up. I chose you for this religion. It isn't difficult, it has been made easy. I chose you for this religion. It isn't difficult. It has been made easy, and then He gives us even more incentives. مِلَّةَ أَبِيكُمْ إِبْرَاهِيمَ. This isn't new. You are not the first generation, and you won't be the last generation. What you are doing, the commandments you have been given, righteousness, piety, ibadah, worship. You are not the first. This is going all the way back to your forefather Ibrahim. This is the millah. This is the millah of every prophet from his time until the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You are not alone. We are a large team. The team transcends civilization. It transcends ummahs. It transcends prophets. It goes back to Ibrahim alayhi salam. ملة أبيكم إبراهيم وَالسَّمَاكُمُ الْمُسْلِمِينَ. What is the name of this team? What is the name of the group that Allah chose? Huwa means Allah. Allah is the one that has chosen you, and He calls you. All He's given you, the description of Allah. This is our team. This is our group. And Allah chose us to be part of it. And Allah named us. And Allah told us what to do. The ones who gave us all of this, He's not the one who gave us all of this. He's not going to abandon us now. The one who chose us, and we didn't ask to be chosen. The one who guided us, and we did not ask to be guided. What do you think He will give us when we actually ask Him? When He gave us the best blessing without us even raising our hands. When He guided us to Islam without even us asking Him. What do you think He's going to do? When we ask Him, oh Allah, give us the highest level. Oh Allah, make us of those who are doing jihad the way هُوَ اجْتَبَاكُمْ وَجَعَلَ لَكُمْ فِي الدِّينِ مِنْ حَرَجٍ مِلَّةَ أَبِيكُمْ إِبْرَاهِيمَ وَالسَّمَاكُمْ مُسْلِمِينَ مِنْ قَبْلُ وَفِي هَذَا. He called you Muslims in the previous nations and in this nation as well. It is not a new team. The team of Islam, the group of Muslims, it goes back. It shall continue to the day of judgment. And it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who chose this name for you. The name, of course, implies submission. It implies peace. Both of these are implied. Islam means submitting to Allah. And when we submit to Allah, we find within that submission peace. Islam is submission, and submitting to Allah brings about peace. So Allah is saying, this is my team, submit to me and you will be safe. You will find peace. وَالسَّمَاكُمْ مُسْلِمِينَ مُسْلِمِينَ مِنْ قَبْلُ وَفِي هَذَا. Why? One of the reasons why. لِيَكُونَ الرَّسُولُ شَهِيدًا عَلَيْكُمْ. Who is the leader of our team? Who is going to be our guide? Who is going to be that one that is literally a coach? We look up to him for a role model. We look up to him for inspiration. We look up to him to tell us what to do. Our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we are not alone. He did not just create us and tell us we are Muslim. We have somebody that is going to monitor us. And even when he is gone, his sunnah remains. Even when he is physically not here, his seerah remains. And that will be a witness for all of us. That will be a role model for all of us. لِيَكُونَ الرَّسُولُ شَهِيدًا عَلَيْكُمْ. And then you as well, O Muslims, you have a responsibility. What is your responsibility? وَتَكُونُوا شُهَدَاءَ عَلَى النَّاسِ. So the Prophet ﷺ is our leader. He is our shaheed. He is the one we look to. But then he has instructed us with a task. And what is that task? The rest of mankind should find us to be role models. The rest of mankind should look to us for what it means to be a worshiper, what it means to be the embodiment of a true believer in God, believe in the Sharia, believe in the final day. We need to be role models to citizens and role model human beings. ليكون الرسول شهيدا عليكم وتكونوا شهداء على الناس. All of mankind should take you as the witness. You need to be that role model. We are the best of ummahs. Why? Because we command what is good and forbid what is bad, what is evil, and we believe in Allah. We demonstrate what it means to be a believer in Allah. So now we have been given a task with a monumental task. It is a global task. It is a task no doubt very daunting. We have literally been told, you need to be the leaders of mankind in your morals, in your aqidah, in your ethics, in your laws, in your spirituality, in your honesty. Everyone should take you to be role models. This is a huge task. Once again, we feel daunted. We feel scared. What does Allah say? Begin with the basics. Go back to the very basics. What should we do? فَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةَ. Begin with yourself. Establish the prayer and give charity. This goes back to the previous verse, the same exact message, but in a different wording. Because the previous verse said, do rukur, do sujood, and do good deeds to others. And one of the best of good deeds to do is to give your money to the poor, which is zakah. So this verse once again goes back to the basics. Begin with yourself. Make sure you have fulfilled your rituals. Make sure you are giving your charity onto mankind. And yes, the task is great. Yes, it is a huge responsibility, massive responsibility. But what do? وَتَسَمَّاكُ بِاللَّهِ. We turn to Allah for help. We turn to Allah for help. Allah who created us and guided us and who made us Muslim, and He gave us the name. He gave us the name Muslim, and He made us in the same league as the prophets before us. The Creator is now telling us it is a huge task, but don't worry, turn to me. وَتَسَمَّاكُ بِاللَّهِ. Turn to Allah for help and protection. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for what you need. وَمَوْلَاكُمْ. Allah is your Mawla. And Mawla here means the one who shall protect. Mawla means the one who has a nurturing care. Mawla means the one who shall protect because of that care. It has two implications. The Mawla is the one who loves and will protect you. That's what Mawla means. That's what Mawla means. So Allah is saying, I am your Mawla. Don't worry. Don't feel daunted. Don't be overwhelmed. I gave you a task, and I chose you, and I am here even when you need me. You always need me, my help. Turn to me. وَمَوْلَاكُمْ فَنِعْمَ الْمَوْلَى وَنِعْمَ النَّصِيرُ. What a beautiful protector is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And what a perfect source of help. The Mawla, the one who loves and will protect. And the Nasir, the one who has the power to help. And this verse summarizes for us the beauty of our faith. It shows us how blessed and fortunate we are that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us the blessing with us not even asking Him. It tells us what we should be concentrating on. Our personal rituals, and then being good unto mankind. It reminds us of a global responsibility. Don't be selfish. You have a responsibility to all of mankind. And then He tells us, don't worry, I am here for you. Turn to me, I will help you, I will protect you. And who else do you need once I am protecting you? فنعم المولى ونعم النصير. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and me, and through the Quran, He may teach us and understand us of the verses and allow us to apply Quran and halal throughout our lifespans. Ask Allah's forgiveness, you as well ask Him, for He is the Ghafoor and the Rahim. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. Alhamdulillah wassalatu wassalam. Alhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulullah. Dear Muslims, this verse and many verses remind us of the most important blessing, and that is a blessing of Islam. What's the backbone? He chose you, He selected you. Out of all of mankind, He is the one who chose you. All praise is due to Allah who guides us to this. And we would never be guided had it not been for Allah guiding us. Allah blessed us with the blessing that is imaginable, and it is the blessing of Iman and the blessing of Islam. And He gave us these blessings out of a blessing from Him, out of a karam from Him. And this is mentioned as well in Surat Hujurat. In Surat Hujurat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminds us of a group of Bedouins. The Bedouins came to Medina, a group of new Bedouins. They were arrogant. And they said that we have accepted Islam. We are the ones that are the new Muslims. We. And Allah Azza wa Jal revealed in the Quran, يَمَنُّونُ عَلَيْكَ أَنْ أَسْلَامُوا. They think they are doing you a favor. When they have accepted Islam, these Bedouins, they think they're doing you a favor, and Allah Azza wa Jal flipped the script around. بَلِ اللَّهُ يَمُنُّونُ عَلَيْكُمْ. You don't do anybody a favor. Allah chose you, and Allah blessed you, and Allah Azza wa Jal showed His favors upon you. Allah has shown you a favor by doing what? أَنْ هَدَاكُمْ لِلْإِيمَانِ. That Allah has guided you to Iman. If you are really truthful about your claim to be a Muslim, then you would realize that it is not because of you that you are Muslim. You would realize you did not cause your Islam. If you are a real Muslim, you would recognize it. That it is Allah who chose you, and Allah has blessed you. Dear Muslims, the one who chose you is not going to abandon you. The one who blessed you with Islam is not going to let you down. The one who chose you is not going to fail you. All you need to do is turn to Him. Ni'mal Mawla wa ni'mal Nasir. Never give up hope in Allah. Always put your trust in Allah. Raise your hands to Allah, the one who gave you the best blessing anybody could possibly ever ask for, without you even asking Him. What do you think He'll give you when you raise your hands to Him and you beg Him? What do you think He's going to give you when you turn to Him and ask Him? That is the Kareem, that is the Rauf, that is the Rahman. Turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and then strive in His way, and you will break barriers, and you will rise ranks, and you will, inshallah, change this world and make your way up to Jannatul Firdaus. This is our goal. We have a huge task. It is a massive task. But the one who chose us for that task, He is the one who will help us along the way and give us all that we want and need, if only we turn to Him. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. O Allah, forgive us for our sins that we have committed and will commit, and teach us how to apply the Quran into our lives. Let us reach your pleasure and give us sustenance, and help our brothers who are suffering around the world from oppression and sickness. O Allah, make our intentions good. O Allah, let us memorize your beautiful Quran and your beautiful names and apply them into our lives. O Allah, give us the ability to worship you, for you are all merciful, all powerful. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Allahumma barik ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Wa qim as-salat.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قامت الصلاة الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي كدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء نحوا سنقرئك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء الله إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى ونيسرك لليسرى فذكر إن نفعت الذكرى سيذكر من يخشى ويتجنبها الأشقى الذي يصلى النار الكبرى ثم لا يموت فيها ولا يحيا قد أفلح من تزكى وذكر اسم ربه فصلى بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا والآخرة خير وأبقى إن هذا لفي الصحف الأولى صحف إبراهيم وموسى. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. هل عتاك حديث الغاشية وجوه يومئذ خاشية آمنة ناصبة تصلى نارا حامية تسقى من عين آنية ليس لهم طعام إلا من ضريع لا يسمن ولا يغني من جوع وجوه يومئذ ناعمة لسعيها راضية في جنة عالية لا تسمع فيها لاغية فيها عين جارية فيها سرر مرفوعة وأكواب موضوعة ونمارق مصفوفة وزرابي مبثوثة أفلا ينظرون إلا الإبل كيف خلقت وإلى السماء كيف رفعت وإلى الجبال كيف نصبت وإلى الأرض كيف سطحت فذكر إنما أنت مذكر لست عليهم بمسيطر إلا من تولى وكفر فيعذبه الله العذاب الأكبر إن إلينا إيابهم ثم إن علينا حسابهم الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر السلام عليكم ورحمة الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله